Hello everyone, welcome back. And today we are going to talk about my strategy. You know, let's talk about how do I actually do an stock market investment and what is my strategy when it comes to my day-to-day life. Before I tell you how do I handle my own personal money and how do I invest into the market, I want you guys to do this. Why don't you guys like this video and then subscribe to my channel if you are interested into talking or hearing about all these things. If you guys are interested into learning something from my own personal mistakes into investing into the stock market, or how do I handle my own personal life and how do I improve my productivity, if you are interested into doing all these things, why don't you guys give me a comment and let me know if any of this topic interests you. Let's move on to the video and let's talk about what are my strategy when it comes to the stock market investment. Well, it's really simple, guys. I have only two steps when it actually comes to investing money, and the very first one is save more money. Yes, you have to stop bleeding, and then once you do that, you have enough capital in your account, and then now you have to invest into the market. This is it. Especially, let's talk about specific. When do I actually invest the money? Well, I have 15 days paycheck life cycle, and I also invest into every 15 days interval. This is what I believe when it comes to investing, that you shouldn't be opening up your account every day, looking at your portfolio every day and fuss about if stock has gone down, your portfolio has dropped down to 5% and it has gone to 5%. I don't do all these things. My criteria is every 15 days I have a capital on my hand from my employer, yes, rather than that money just sitting into my bank account, not appreciating at all over the long period of time. I pick right companies and I choose to invest into them. So that's what I do. But you have to remember this very specifically. I do this on every 15 days interval. Most often during an entire week, I don't even open my broker's account. And even if I think about doing it, it might be very less, like one time or two time in a week I open it and I look at my portfolio, how is it performing and what is it doing. That's the strategy I have built into it myself, because all of us are emotional creature. And let's say you are having a really bad day, and if you have a habit of opening up your account every day and looking into all these numbers, then all these numbers can get into your head, and then on a very bad day, you might be on impulse and you can sell those things. And you have to remember this: your gains or your losses are not realized until exactly you sell a stock. So all those gains or losses are unrealized. You actually make a loss when you actually execute your order, and then your unrealized gain becomes a materialized, and now you might have to pay a taxes to government if you have gain a profit. And if you are in a losses, then you are not having a good day and you have a bad mood today. Well, I have this 15 days life cycle of investing. What do I do on those 15 days? I keep reading about my sectors. Let's say I'm pretty much investing into the technology stocks. So every 15 days, I pick where should I invest my money into. I pick a new stock, or I just keep investing into the stock which I already have. During these 15 days, I read a lot of books, I read a lot of tech articles, I listen to a podcast, and I go to YouTube's and I listen to tech CEOs and those people who are doing a frequent investings. They also give their interviews onto the podcast and the YouTube. I listen to all those guys. Why do I do this? Well, I think myself as a beginner. I even have made $1 million. So, do you think I am smart enough to judge which company should I pick? Do you think I am smart enough to pick right strategies for my own portfolio? No, yes. All of us are beginner. And how do you learn more? You learn from experts and you learn from someone else's mistakes. I pay a very good attention to articles written by the experts. I pay really good attention for market industry leaders. I read their articles, I follow them, I look at their interviews, and then I find out what are they thinking and how they are approaching into the markets, and it gives me a broader perspective of all these things. It doesn't matter to me that this person who is very well known in a financial community has done, or he or she has done very good investments, and she's just talking about one stock. And if I haven't invested into the stock, my responsibility is still to listen to them. And even if I listen to all the stocks, all those companies, and then I take a pause, I sit back, and then I do a thinking for myself. And in front of me, I see links forming between all these different ideas. I connect the dots and I find out what's happening in the landscape of technology. I see what's happening in the landscape of biotechnologies, what's happening on the space sectors. Because you see, right now, so many companies are going IPOs, then you have to learn all these things pretty rapidly. And if you have pretty skewed view and you are not going to approach many different articles just because you haven't invested into those companies, then you are going to have very skewed view of the market, and it would impact you on your investments. So I don't do that. I'm going to read everything these people are talking about. And especially, I'm in a technology market, I'm a software developer, so I like to read about all those things. And even though personally and professionally it helps me by reading all these things. So you see, my view is my personal and professional life helps me while I read all these things. But all these things which I learned during my personal and professional career, I put it back into my investing strategies. So whenever I picking the good company, I keep all these things in my mind and I connect the dots, and this is how I pick the right companies. And another things I want to mention is my strategy is pretty simple when it comes to buying a stocks. I buy and I hold. I don't do trading. I don't want to do trading, because those people who do day trading, their whole job or their entire day job is all about day trading. And my job is not day trading. I have my own primary job where I do a software development, and this is where I'm interested into doing all those things. So frankly, I don't want to give 100% to investing. I think this as a side income, where my first income is my primary job. It gives me a revenue stream. Then I think investing as a second revenue stream, where I save a money, I pick a right and good companies which appreciates over the year. It gives me 15 or 20% return year over year. So that's my second revenue stream. And then I have other passions like YouTube. I want to be on the right side of the change on creating a content. So I want to do a lot of experimentations. I just don't want to be the guy who keeps thinking every 5 and 10 seconds, and if the portfolio has gone 50% up, and then we do a swing trading by looking at this number every 5 seconds. So I don't want to do those things, because if I start doing those things, then my 8 hours of doing the job will be replaced by doing 8 hours of trading. And frankly, I'm not that guy who does trading all the time. I buy one stock, I hold it forever, and whenever I'm in need of crunch of a money, then I sell them, and then probably I cash out. Otherwise, I just keep holding it. Well, this was my strategy, guys, and this is pretty simple. I do savings, yes. Every money I save, I put back into the market, and I don't do trading. I buy and hold, and I keep building the revenue streams. My primary stream is my job, secondary stream is my investing, and I'm trying this third one, which is YouTubing. So this is what I do, guys, and this is very pretty simple strategies. And if you guys are interested into doing these things, do that rather than start doing trading in the beginning. So this was my today's message, and if you guys like this video, I want you guys to subscribe, like, and hit the like button. I want you guys to put a comment here if you guys like this content and if you're doing the similar stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow with brand new video and brand new day. Bye.